My name is Daniel, 26 years old, and until recently, I thought I was engaged to the woman of my dreams, Olivia, 27. We were supposed to get married in just a few weeks. Everything seemed perfect until it fell apart in the most humiliating way imaginable. I had been dating Olivia for over 4 years. We first met 5 years ago, became friends, and soon enough, we were inseparable. Last summer, Olivia was the one who brought up marriage. I hadn't been in a rush, but when she mentioned it, I thought, why not? I loved her, we'd been together long enough, and it felt like the natural next step. I bought her a ring during the new year, and she gave me one back on Valentine's Day. We planned a spring wedding, reserved venues, and invited close friends and family. Everything looked like it was on track for a beautiful future. Then this morning happened. Olivia had gone on a 2-day work trip. I was working from home. Since Olivia worked in finance, she wasn't allowed to access her personal accounts on her work laptop. That's why she used our shared home PC for personal stuff. I usually work from my personal laptop, so I rarely touch the PC. Unfortunately for her, my laptop crashed that morning, so I had to log into the home computer. I didn't intend to snoop. I was doing my work when a browser notification popped up, an email from someone named Ethan. I instantly felt uneasy. Ethan was her ex-boyfriend from college, someone she claimed she'd lost touch with after their breakup. Curiosity got the better of me. I clicked it open. I wish I hadn't. The email wasn't just friendly chit-chat. It was an explicit thread of sexual fantasies. I read through countless back-and-forth exchanges. Olivia was pouring her heart, and worse, her body, into these messages, telling Ethan how much she missed their nights together, how she thought about him while pleasuring herself, how she craved his touch. I felt sick. I saw messages about how she didn't even know why she was marrying me when I could never satisfy her the way Ethan did. She mocked me, comparing me to Ethan in ways no one should ever hear their partner talk about them. I was frozen in front of the screen, heartbroken and revolted. This wasn't a mistake. This was months of betrayal. What hurt even more was the lies. Olivia always told me she wasn't a fan of certain things in bed, things she described in detail to Ethan as what she missed the most. She told Ethan I was boring, small, and clueless. Yet just days ago, she had told me how amazing I was in bed. I had a choice: confront her and listen to pathetic excuses, or walk away with dignity. The rage in my chest was indescribable, but clarity hit me. The person I wanted to marry didn't even respect me behind my back. So I chose action. I closed the computer, forwarded all the emails to my phone, and began erasing Olivia from my life. I canceled the wedding venue, got back my share of the deposits, over 70%. I packed up her things, locked them in storage, and changed the locks on her home. I booked myself a cheap motel to clear my head and took leave from work for 2 weeks. Olivia's messages started rolling in fast. Why aren't you replying? Is everything okay? Why are you not answering? But I stayed silent. I didn't need an explanation. I had read enough filth to know the truth. When Olivia returned home, she found the door locked, her keys useless, and a storage receipt taped to the door. Her calls and texts exploded in anger, confusion, then begging. I spoke to my family and closest friends. I didn't go into graphic details, just told them I found out Olivia was cheating emotionally and I couldn't go through with the wedding. They respected my choice and stood by me. She tried to guilt trip me, even accused me of having someone else, but I blocked her after a few days. I wasn't going to be gaslighted by the woman who shattered my trust. Since everything was prepaid and non-refundable, including our honeymoon to Alaska, I decided to go on the trip alone. I needed the escape. It was peaceful until it wasn't. I didn't think Olivia would dare follow me, but she did. One morning, while hiking near a remote lake, I saw her approaching. My heart dropped. She had tracked me down using the itinerary she had access to from our previous bookings. She was relentless. She followed me for half a mile, yelling, crying, then raging. I finally stopped, told her she had no right to stalk me here, and demanded she leave. But she begged me to fix things, saying I had misunderstood everything and she only flirted over text to spice things up. What a joke. I told her flat out she disgusted me, and she wasn't welcome in my life anymore. I threatened to report her for harassment if she didn't leave the premises. The last thing I saw was her collapsing on the ground, sobbing. I walked away and never looked back. Today, I'm back home. I canceled our lease, sold off whatever joint property we had, and moved into a smaller, quieter apartment. I started fresh. My friends keep telling me I dodged a bullet, and I believe them. My family supported me through everything, and now I'm slowly regaining my peace. Olivia's gone. My wedding is canceled. My future is back in my own hands. If there's one thing I've learned, it's better to walk away from a betrayal than try to salvage a lie.